afternoon, a Friday afternoon matinee. Tickets are a little cheaper for the matinee. A 2:45 tilt. We sit just southwest of the city of Cleveland, Ohio, mistake by the lake. For today's matchup between the Dallas Stars and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Dallas Stars traveling to us from the Lone Star State. We've had a little extra practice time lately with all the frozen temperatures in the Dallas area, Texas. The great state of Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, I hear. Pens are completing their warm-up. The Stars complete their. Penguins will gather around the net. A net that will be manned in game 2 by none other than William Hanner. The Dallas Stars will wear black with green trimming. The state of Texas with a big D on the chest. Black pants with green and white stars up the side. Green socks with black and white striping. And green buckets. Those got to be special order, folks. Your Penguins are in gold. I love gold. Gold unis with the Penguin logo on the chest. Black pants with gold stripes, gold socks with black stripes, and the iconic gold Pittsburgh Penguins Elite lids. A shot from the side by Evans. This one pops free to Filiaggi, his backhander. Fended off nicely by the goaltender. Sent to the point man for Julius. Julius keeps it in there. Drives the left side. He's cut off. Filiaggi will follow on. The Penguins start Filiaggi, Evans, and Carter with Starr and Julius, the defense. Puck free to Filiaggi. Now Carter, his pass for Starr, skips out of the zone. Starr will play it forward to Evans. He'll crisscross out the blue line. Cuts back to Filiaggi. A little center drive. A pass in. And it's past the stick of Evans in on net and put in the quarter by the Stars goalie. He looks quick. The dump by the Stars at 14:04 will lead to an icing. And the Pens will have an offensive zone face-off. Be real on the draw. Back in his customary center position, he's got Paris and Shuby. Pence coming off a convincing win against the Madcaps earlier today. Off the right, controls the puck in the Dallas zone, right side. Centering pass comes through Shub all the way to Villela. He'll step up and keep it in the left corner. Played in behind, looking for Shub. Following on is Paris. Played up and out by the Stars, gathered by off the right. He'll turn right up ice. He regains the Stars zone, cut off by a defenseman and carried in behind. Real pressure there. Rimmed around by the Stars, cut off by Villela. It's all Penguins early, and this one Real peels off the sidewall. It pops free, it's loose in front. Popped up and out of the zone by Dallas. It'll be gathered in at the Pens blue line by Carter. He tries to throw it up for off the right. His pass picked off and played back into the Stars end, or the Pens end. Left corner. First Star pressure here. It'll be Real getting control. He'll try to skate it to center and do so. Turning it to the stick of Shub. Shub in the right side. He'll wind and fire. He scored from there a week ago. This one not so lucky. Gloved and held. And a face off to the left of the Star goaltender. David and Goliath in the faceoff circle. That kid is gigantic compared to Evans. Played to the point from Merlot. He holds it in. Ritson will battle on the wall. Won by Dallas, and they exit the zone. Off the stick of Carter, brought on by the Stars. A toe drag attempt. Cut off by the Pens, and Ritson will carry it up the left. 1 on 3 or 4 there. Cut off and kept in, but only briefly. Now it's cleared out the center. Harris will pick it up, chip it for Julius, and it'll ultimately come free to Evans. He tries to pull it the whole way around again. It was an aggressive toe drag attempt. Harris picks it up right side, spins it back towards the middle. Nothing but Stars in the way there. Pens with a couple guys back around Julius, but right into Real. Dangling around him, and a shot up over the glove hand side, and it'll find the back of the net. Glove hand side of Hanner, and the Stars take a 1-0 lead. Got to the outside, a hard angle shot beats Hanner to the glove side. And at 12:05, about 3 minutes into the period, the Stars lead 1-0. Real to take the faceoff. Won by the Stars. Filiaggi gives pressure. He forces a turnover. He'll get possession right wing corner. He battles there. He's bumped from behind, following on Paris. Paris battling in the corner. Now Real in support. It'll ultimately pop free, and out come the Stars. Number 10, he's the goal scorer. He's got some quicks. Tries to cut back to the middle. Cut off by Real. Fed up to Filiaggi. And now Real. Real winds through center. Tries to go between the legs. It's off a skate. Free to Filiaggi. A shot pass, a tip by Real. He gets away with a slash in front. Played in behind to the corner. And a breakout by the Stars. Carried on. Up the left side. Dumped into the Pens corner. Left wing corner. Gathered in by Star. Star around from behind the net. Will carry it up and find Ritson at center. Ritson drives the zone. Star center drive. Shot to the glove hand side. Stopped and held. Evans on the draw. Bouncing puck comes free to the Stars, but gathered in by Ritson. Ritson to Evans. Evans takes a shot up high, falls to the ice, unable to get possession, but held at the blue line by Merlot. He's under pressure, able to work it deeper into the right corner. Playing it in behind, looking for Ritson. Pence kind of shying away from the play here. The Stars will come out with it. Evans will cut it off at center. Now Merlot and Evans will battle on the half wall. Gathered in by the Stars. They had more players in support. Ritson there to take it for the Pens. He'll snap it D to Villela. Villela finds Evans. Evans chips it off the wall. Indirect pass to Shub. Nice play there. Back out the center. It's Evans driving in. Tries to go around and does. And he's up and he kicks a field goal over the net. He's able to toe drag the defenseman. Split the D and just put it over the cage. Pens with a high-end scoring chance there. Kept in at the blue line by Julius. It's been Penn's possession, but the Stars lead 1-0. Back comes Dallas, clearing it out the center, cut off by Star. Star for Carter. Carter chips it ahead for Filiaggi. Just past his reach, but he'll follow on, free it up. Carter tips it forward to Filiaggi. On the backhand, sends it in. And it's stopped and covered. Filiaggi not able to get a ton on that shot. Handled expertly by the Stars goaltender. Real to take the draw. Won by Dallas. Filiaggi in after it, forces the turnover to Carter. Carter tries to turn to the middle. It's blocked there and sent all the way down by Dallas. It'll be on, oh, it was going to be not on net, so it'll be an icing. Hanner came out looking like he was going to play it. And he gets out of the way, and it'll be an ice. Ice, maybe. Face off back to the right of the Star goaltender. It'll be Carter on the draw. He's got Filiaggi in it. So it comes out. Carter plays it backside for Real. His shot low. Second shot finds a hole. Real sent one in on the net. It was stopped by the right pad of the goaltender, but the rebound popping right back out to the stick. A jumping Jack Real, who makes no doubt about it with shot number 2 and ties the game at 1. 9:12 to play. Harris to take the draw. Big tie up in the middle, won by Shub. Shub tries to come out the center. He's able to play it over for Off the right will gain the offensive zone. He's got Parrish with him. Shub trailing. Cuts to the middle, throws a backhander just wide of the cage. Shub in after it. The pace of game picked up here a little bit. Shub to Ritson. Ritson tries to slide one backside. Shub in after it. He goes down hard, followed on by Paris. Gathered in by the Stars and worked up and not out. Kept at the blue line by Villela. Villela to Ritson. Ritson's got Shub setting a screen. Blocker side saved. And a dandy by the Star goaltender. Shub turns it back to the middle looking for Ritson. A breakout attempt by the Stars, cut off by Merlot and put right back in the right corner. It's all Penguins here. Harris in after it. Penn's going to change behind the play. Following on, fresh body of Brody Carter. Keeps it in the zone left side. Veered around. Is it able to be kept? It is not able to be kept. Kicked out the center by a Star. Right to Julius, who turns and heads back the other way. The Stars changing. Penn's with a 4-on-2. Julius drives wide, throws it to the middle. Off Evans, and it's in. Dalton Julius finds Cameron Evans, who redirects it through the wickets. And with exactly 8 to play in the period, the Pens take a 2-1 lead. The redirection from Julius by Evans. 2-1 Pens.
The Stars!
High-end goal. Pens took advantage of a line change there. The Stars were changing and they ended up with a 4-on-2. Dallas with the puck now at center ice, pressured by that defenseman Julius. He's got a helper and now he's involved in the play again. Having a dandy of a shift. He battles on the half-wall defensive zone, wins the puck. And he's able to get it to Filiaggi, who comes up through center. He's got Evans with him. It's a 2-on-2. Evans drives the net. Fire from Filiaggi, blocker side. Kept out. Filiaggi right back on it. Like a dog on a bone. Left corner. Plays it back to the point man, Merlot. Winds it up. Cuts to the middle. Still with the puck. Shoots one just wide. Evans trying for another deflection. Filiaggi gets to it. A stop-start on the half wall. Gathered in, but only briefly by Evans, and finally cleared by the Stars. Out to Star. Star to Evans. Evans cuts back to the middle, then turns back to the outside. He'll gain the zone. He cuts in. He goes around one. Puck pops free to Harris. His shot up and sticking wide. Shub in after it. Breakout pass by the Stars. They'll come up through center. That's cut off by Jake Star. And it pops over to the stick of Real. He's one-on-one. Where he's most dangerous. To the backhand. He'll shovel one off the blocker side. Real stays on it, and this one he's able to gather and snipe. Stays with the puck pressure and able to ramp it over the blocker side, short side for the tally. I believe we get some behind the net footage of this one.
Get in it!
Just stepped out in front, was able to steal the puck, come out in front and bury one. Popping bottles. 3-1. Face off by Real over to Ritson. Ritson tosses it into the offensive zone right corner. Pens will be in after it. The Stars get there first, carried in behind their own cage. They'll try the right side this time. Be able to escape there and come into the Pen zone. They haven't been here a lot. Pressure from behind by Star and Real able to get control. Now off the ride to Ritson. Ritson carries through center, crisscrossing with Shub. And the Pens are going to be offsides. I think it's Real a step in offsides. He was just off the hip of Ritson. And then there was light, folks. All of a sudden the lights turned on. Evans on the draw, won by Dallas, carried up the right-hand side, dumped into the Penguin end. Back to get it, Julius, behind his own net. He'll wrap it around looking for Shub. Shub, a tip pass to Evans. Evans able to chip it out of the zone. He almost got destroyed on that one. Luckily, hitting's not legal yet. Julius with the puck back in the Pens end. Left corner finds Villela. Villela poked off his stick. Chance for the Stars. Defended nicely by Julius. It'll be Ritson getting to it. He'll throw it up ice for Shub, and Evans will follow on. Evans with a stick lift. Now Ritson drives the offensive zone. Cuts back and tries to hit Shub. It works its way to the corner. Shub tries for Evans. That pass intercepted. The Stars clearing attempt off the body of Ritson to Merlot. Merlot to Julius. And the Pens will regroup. Julius tries for Paris. It's off the stick of 34, who's like 6'3". Paris gets to it. Now Merlot. Merlot will dump it in right corner. Evans in after it. Evans will delay a bit. Puck comes up to the half wall and out. All the way into the Pens end. It'll be Starr back to get it. It'll be icy. Steps into the face-off circle to the left of the Star goaltender. It's up one by Dallas. Point for Star. Star bangs it into the right corner. Paris. Half wall battle. Paris and Merlot. Won by the Stars and cleared. Harder will take possession. Lays it back to Merlot. Merlot snaps it cross ice for Real. Real chips it past the defender. He's got Paris going with him. If he sees him, I think he tried to pull it to the forehand to get the pass over. A little too much stick handling. Carter sends one just wide of the cage. Cleared around by Dallas, kept by Starr, but only briefly, and a Dallas Star skates into it. Merlot on the back check, able to break that play up, and Jake Starr will try again. This time he'll gain the zone. Around one, he'll fire, glove side, blocked down. Ritson covering for Starr on the defensive side. Now Starr able to get back, Ritson able to pressure the puck. Starr is thrown off the boards, it's gathered by by Starr. Off the right, he'll play it off for Shub. Right off the bench comes a Starr, interrupting the play. Real will cycle back at center. Chips it past the Starr, picks it up on the other side. Red line dump into the right corner. It'll be Ritson in after it. First one to the puck for the Pens, is able to break up the breakout pass. Now Shub. Up to the point for Offroad. Comes free to Ritson. And it pops out over the blue line. Offroad will get it. And look to regain the Star zone. Offroad knocked down. A battle on the wall. Like 17 players in there. We put a hula hoop around him. It comes free to Villela. Villela drives the middle. Knocked down, and the puck pops free to a Star defender. They'll clear it all the way down, and with 2:55 play, period one, we'll have an ice. Face off to come to the left of the Star goal.
Let's go, Stars!
Behind the net footage brought to you today by our good friends at Camish. On the face-off, centers hit a dandy of a pass and a better save off the stick of Paris. This shot from the point kept out. Julius will gather it. He'll send one back into the middle. Filiaggi turns a backhander off a skate. It's loose. Shub can't get it through. Filiaggi after the puck. And the Stars clear the heat out of a very hot kitchen. Merlot gets to it. Tips it out of the Penn zone. Gathered in by the Stars, but now taken right back by Paris. And sent right back in by the Stars. Gathered by Merlot, left wing corner now. Fakes a reversal and carries to space. Off the boards to Shub. Shub with a one-toucher for Filiaggi. Just past his reach, gathered in by Paris. Paris drives the right side of the offensive zone. He's pressured there. Cuts to the middle. Tries to go around one. He's cut off. Filiaggi follows on with the pressure. Starr will keep it at the blue line. Right side, looking. He's got Filiaggi. Turns to the backhand and throws one the whole way across. Filiaggi the first one there. He finds Ritson. Ritson reaching for it. It'll come free to Ofterhide. Kept in the zone by the Pens. A beauty of a pass from Richard to Carter, and it's sent just wide of the cage. Minute 39 to play. Cleared up and to center by the Stars. Our star, will drive the offensive zone. They try to stand him up, and that does not work out well for that young man. Bodied in behind is Carter. Evans with some pressure. Breakout pass by the Stars. Cut off. Gathered by Carter. Carter looks for Evans. Cuts to the forehand. Rolls off his stick right to Ritson. Ritson runs a switch with off drive. Stick lift by the Stars, and they're back out to center ice. Turning with it, throwing it off the body of Parrish into the right-hand corner. Evans will be in on pressure. Evans with the puck pressure. He goes down in the corner. The Stars going to break out. Penguins changing behind the plate. 3 guys back. It'll be Shub cutting that play off, working it into the left corner. Villela now over for Ofterhide. Off the boards goes Paris. Up through center. He chips one for Shub out of his reach. And that'll be icing on the Penguinis. With 35 seconds to play. Period 1. 3-1 Pens lead. Pens Evans gets a change. 35 seconds left to play in the first period. Reel on the draw, wins it to below. He carries it in behind his cage. Reverses. I think he's looking for Reel. I don't think he realized it at first. He will get to the puck though. Now it'll be Merlot. Merlot up to Paris. Paris carrying it up the left. He's got speed. He can maybe get around this young man. Gets it into the left corner. He's got Richard driving the net. 1 shot, 2 shots. That might be Shub. That is centering pass for Reel. All the way through to Villela. Gathered in, 4 seconds left. 3, 2, puck into the corner. That'll end the first period of play on a beauty of a scoring chance for Carter Shub. 3-1 Pens lead at the end of 1. Gathering around head coach Trevor Edwards. Assistant coaches, the goalie whisperer Jake Hanley. And Chris. We're missing our good friend Dr. Jason Julius out in Detroit today. Bringing the 11s some luck and some coaching out there, or I'm sorry, the 12s. So good luck to our 2012 Little 66er Elite in Detroit this weekend. Carrying on the Penguin pride there. We also want to say hello to Donna and Daryl Evans in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Tuning in for every game this season to watch their grandson during these tough COVID times. It'll be their grandson at center, taking the face-off, wins it to Carter. Carter back for Julius. Evans tossed to the ice like a ragdoll. The Stars come back up ice. Dumping it into the Penguins' end. Back to get it, Starzy. Starzy wraps it around for Carter. Carter goes around 1. Looks to break out, and he finds Filiaggi. It's off his stick. No pressure, and it'll come free to Julius. Finally, Filiaggi works it to Evans. Evans will gain the left side of the zone, in on side. Another toe drag by Evans, and throws one short side. Break the toe of his stick later. Filiaggi gains control. Kidding. Filiaggi gains control, centers a pass. Doesn't connect. Carter gets control. Pens in off sides. Now they delay just enough. Ofterhide carries it in. Pens were changing. That door in the Penguin zone could cause some offsides. The Penguins complete their line change. A good 56-second shift there. Chasing it down in the defensive zone. The battle on the wall. It comes free. It'll be Reel. Flying up through center. He's got Ritson. Ofterhide trailing. The crisscross with Ritson. Drives the outside. Sends one back to the backhand of Ritson, and he'll shovel it into the cage on the backhand. A saucy dish On the backhand into the twine by Bo Ritson. A little fettuccine Alfredo off the backhand. And the Pens make it 4-1. Real with the assist on that. What a dandy of a pass. Wins the draw to Ofter. Banks it off the wall for Villella. It'll be Paris winning that battle, chipping it up, and it's Real entering the zone again with Ritson a second time. Do we see another one? It's a tic-tac, and they just missed the toe. A give-and-go attempt with Real and Ritson. Now Real gathers it in. He'll flick it up high off the chest of Ritson, right to Paris. And Paris will beat the netminder glove hand side. And your Penguins are rolling a 5-1 lead here. Brady Paris with the twisted wrister. Evans and the Carter twins. Carter Shube and Brody Carter. Evans wins it back to Merlot, but it's about hit high. The Pens will regroup in their own end, setting it around for Julius, cut off on the half. Bumped into the left corner. Centering pass attempt. Nicely defended by Merlot. Played back in behind Julius, will get to it first. He's bodied a bit, able to clear it, but no further than the point, and we'll play rigor around the bottom of the boards there as it comes wraps the whole way around. Stars will dump it back in. Right wing corner, Evans into pressure. Forced out to the point, and it'll escape the Penguin zone. First bit of sustained pressure there from the Stars. Shoe pressures in center. A dump pass. Cut off by Evans. Tipped over to Merlot. Merlot turns it up for Carter. Banged back by the Stars, gathered in by Merlot. As the Pens look to gain some pressure, Merlot off of a forward. And into the zone come the Stars. William Hanner puts it in the corner. Brody Carter back to get it. He'll find Evans. He'll turn out of some trouble. A 2-on-2 develops with Shube. Evans gets the puck into his skates. It comes free to Carter. Shube into the corner. Pens to get a line change as it comes back to Star at the blue line. Star backside feed. A bouncing puck eludes the stick of Paris. Kept in the zone by Ofteride. He ran a switch with Real. Keeping it just inside the Star blue line. Penguins there in support. Shube gets there. Now Paris. Paris forces it forward. Shube hauled down on the play. And that'll be a trip to the sin bin for a tripperoo. And the Penguins will head to the Porsche of Pittsburgh power play. You're in the market for a new car, go see our friends at Porsche Pittsburgh, gentlemen. Oh, hook you up. Wrapped around in behind, played out in front, and it's kept out by the Star goalie. One back to the point, rimmed around in behind. Paris set up, I believe, Real, flying to the net. And it's kept out by the Stars goaltender. Real back on the faceoff. Free to Julius. Julius plays it into the corner for Filiaggi. Filiaggi. He'll do that. He'll win that battle. Working into Paris. Paris' shot short side. Fought off by the goalie. In behind is Filiaggi. Tied up there. Real follows on in support, able to dislodge it to Villella. Villella back to the point for Julius. Julius has Real. Tried to get it to him, and it's just picked off and cleared by the Stars. Out of the reach of everybody, and that'll be an icing. Cue the vanilla ice. Ice, baby. 10:41 to play. A minute 18 left on the Porsche Pittsburgh power play. The Pens lead 5-1 here in period number 2. Evans will take the draw. Pens get a new line out there. Wins it to Shub. Shub tries to drag it back to the middle. He's cut off. Up high off the glass. Kept in at the blue line by off the right. He'll find Shub. Shub will find Evans. Evans will rip one off of a stick into the right corner. Back all the way down by the Stars, and it'll be an icing again. A great scoring chance there. Carter Shub finding Cameron Evans, and an even better stick on puck by a Star defender. Sent that one wide, and the Pens will give it a try again to the left of the goalie. In behind, it's Shub. Shub reverses for, I have no idea who that is. It comes free, looking, I think, to Evans. It might have been Ritson. Now it's free to Ritson, and he'll shovel it in. With the old fire poker there, able to pop it past the Star goaltender. The Pens with a lot of net front pressure right there. I want to say, I want to probably go Ritson from Shub and Evans. On the pressure in front of the net with 10:03 to play. The Penguins score on that turbocharged Porsche of Pittsburgh power play. And it's 6-1 Penguin. Real on the faceoff, wins it back to Ofter, gathers it in. D to Merlot. The fine wine bounces it off the board to the Hudson Hornet. He fires it to the middle for Filiaggi. Filiaggi will get it right side. Carter follows on, carries in behind, looks for Real. He's unable to get control, and back come the Stars. Out the center where it's cut off by the fine wine Merlot. Merlot into the corner, countered by the Stars. They're back up the center. That's up and off of the body of the Mayor off the ride, but will play on. He might get an assist on his son's play here. Right to the middle to Carter. That kept out by the Star goaltender. Down on the ice in the corner is Filiaggi. Carter follows on, but the Stars prevail and head to center. Merlot bodies, and it'll ultimately be Real in a battle. At center, knocked off his stick into the Penguins. Gathered in by Ofter. Ofter up. Reverses for Real. Real loses it to a Star. Gathered in by Merlot. Now reeling. Real will try to chip it off the boards. That's cut off by Dallas. And the Stars with some pressure. The Pens were able to get most of a line change. I think the defense needs to get off. Maybe Real too. Carried through center by Ritson. Now's a chance for Real. Pass coming for him. Just out of his reach. And the Pens will be fresh body is Paris. Laid out of the reach of the Stars. Gathered in by Villela. In his own end. Takes it to the safety behind the net. Works it for Star. Star to Shub. Shub finds Ritson. Crisscrossing at center. He's got Paris with him. Fires one in off the chest. Rebound there. Held on to. By the Star Tendy. 8:03 to play. 6-1 Penguins. Stars had a 1-0 lead. Penguins have blazed back for 6 consecutive markers. Paris to take the draw. Free, it'll be Villela. Villela centering one, looking for Shub. Off a body. Out to center come the Stars. Pens with plenty of protection back there. Paris comes away with it. Looks for Ritson. Unable to connect. And Star will try it this time. Pens moving the puck very well. When they move the puck, that's just a difference maker for this team. One-on-one attempt on Villela. Moved on for a shot from the Stars off the stick of Jake's. And covered by the handman. Face off to the right of William Hanner, Penguins goaltender. It'll be Ofteride and Julius with Evans, Carter, and Filiaggi. Evans steps in, face off one by Dallas. Gathered in by Evans. He connects with Filiaggi, who hits him right back, and he's in up the left. on his backhand, kicks it forward to Filiaggi, who's got Carter backside, and he puts it on the side of the net. Back to Filiaggi. That roof attempt stopped. The Stars try to get out of their zone. Filiaggi's pressure turns it to the right corner, but they are able to clear and get it to Ofteride. A beautiful give and go series there by the Pens. Ofteride will carry it in. Evans drives the net. Pass can't get through. Up and off the boards, gathered in by Julius. He'll spin away from trouble and drive the offensive zone. They'll say Evans off sides on the left wing. And the Pens will get a face-off outside of the Star zone. 6:45 to play. Period number two. 6-1 Penguins. Real to take the draw. Won by Dallas. Pressure coming from Ritz. Dallas plays it off the boards, gathered in by Merlot. East. Pass for Star. Star sends it all the way up a stretch to Ritson. He taps it for Real with speed into the offensive zone. Carries it into the right wing corner. Now in behind, a centering pass comes free to Star. He'll wind and fire, blocker side. And it bounces up over behind the cage. Cleared around by the Stars, but not out, kept by Merlot. Ultimately taken back by the Stars and taken out the center. A cross ice pass, cut off by Paris, and it'll find its way into the left corner of the Penguin zone where Merlot will go D to Star. He works it up, trying for Paris, it comes free to the stick of Merlot. His pass, cross ice to Real, gets there, Real in, firing one low, short, it came off a stick into the short side. Real will get it back, in behind the Stars net. Working hard, down low, Jack Real. Now Carter with the pressure. Ritson looking for a change. The Stars come up through center ice, carrying to the offensive zone. Cut off there by Evans. Evans turns, looks. He tried to get it, stick lift, he tried to get it to Shub. Stick lifted, unable to get the pass off, gathered by Star. Star will wind up. Got Evans to the left, Shub to the right. In on sides, cuts to the outside, crisscrosses with Shub, sends one in, tipped by Evans, reversed by Shub. Nobody covers the point there, and the Stars are able to clear the zone. Lella back into the Pens end to get it. He'll run a reversal, but right to a Star forward, who tucks it inside. Hanner able to keep that one out. Now Evans will do battle on the half wall, Evans and Carter. Won by the Stars. Tipped forward now, it'll be Evans. Evans comes to center. He's got Shub, he keeps to the outside. He tries a toe drag. Good God. Real to take the draw. Pressure from Filiaggi. Puck pops free. Harris sends it cross ice for Julius. Julius gathers it in. Looks for Ofteride, but it's tipped just out of the Pens zone. Ofteride will gather it in at center. He reverses sides, looking for Filiaggi. He'll chase it down the right wing corner. He'll get there first. He leaves it for Real. Real pressured. The Stars able to work it back to the blue line, kept there by Julius. Julius drives the left side, peels up, looks. He sends it cross ice, it's picked off, and up come the Stars. Ofteride back to defend. Real there on the back check, and he'll be able to get to the loose puck. Puck freed up by Ofteride, gathered in by Real. He'll fly up through center. Firing off a stick and wide, pops back out in front, and it's kept out. What a save! Diving back across the new Star Tendy. Keeps it out and keeps it 6-1 Pens.
Let's go, B!
Evans takes the draw, wins it to Shub. Shub fires one just over the blocker side. Ritson will pressure. There comes free Evans. Now to Ritson. Ritson to Shub. Shub to Ritson. Shuby tries to drop it to Evans. It's off a skate. Good passing there. Evans will get to it on the wall. He stops and turns, cuts back to the middle. He'll fire one over the cage. Gathered in by Shub. Shub looks for Evans. He lifts the stick, but it comes the whole way through. The Stars look to exit the zone. They can't clear that stick of Ofteride. He gets in front. He sauces one. He's looking for Evans. It's cut off by the Stars, and back they come. Merlot back. Evans on a back check. Dumped in by the Stars on a 2-on-1. Merlot will go in to get it. He frees it up for Evans. Evans will chip it up off the boards, take a bit of a body, able to get it out to Ritz. Ritz drives outside, cuts back inside, fires one blocker side just wide. Penn's changing behind the play as Shub battles in behind. Puck up off the boards and cleared all the way down. Not icing, it's not far enough, like a nice 9-iron, it checks up. Merlot able to fire it off for Filiaggi, who drives the middle of the Star zone, loses possession there, but Star will pick it off at the blue line. He loses control, then gets it back, finds Carter. Carter's got Filiaggi, and he just has it roll off of his stick. What vision by the Hudson Hornet. Filiaggi in to do battle. He works there. Ultimately gathered in by the Stars and cleared around, not out, cut off by Villela. He'll possess it in the offensive zone, try to advance it forward. That's taken by the Stars, and now they've got a 2-on-2. Star cuts off the breakout pass, forces it into the corner. Stars with some support there, get possession in the Penguin zone. Centering pass, pulling it off, firing glove side. And the handman says no. 1:21 to play, period 2. Pens lead 6-1. Face-off coming to the right of William Hannon. Evans on the draw. Wins it to Ritson. Nice job by Ritson jumping into the play. He's got Paris across the ice. He'll bank it off the boards and go get it. Right wing corner, cleared around, not out, cut off by Julius. Switching in with him is Evans. Played back to the point for Evans. Evans fires one to the middle. That's blocked. Ritson in after it. Able to dislodge the play. The Stars try to clear it around the other side. Cut off by Ofteride. Ofteride with a nifty move at the blue line. Works it to Ritson. Off his stick into the corner. Julius to give chase. But the Stars play it up off the boards. No Penguins back. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is. So the Pens will get a change here. 42 seconds left to play in the second period. The Pens lead 6-1. Carter to take the draw. Pops it forward. Gathers it up. Finds my boy Carter Shub. The Carter twins connect. Brody Carter won the draw forward, able to get possession behind the net. He finds Carter Shub in Carter Shub's office, the front of the net, either there or in the net. And he's able to lift it over the glove hand side for a 7-1 lead. Filiaggi on the draw. Pops forward, Brody Carter skates into it again. Tries to go between the defensemen. He'll pick it up in the corner. The corner. And the Stars come away with it. He's still right there. Brody Carter. Stars able to go D to D, reverse the angle of regress, but cut off by Merlot. He looks for Filiaggi. It's in the feet of a Star defender. Merlot gets it free to Shub. Filiaggi, no, on the backhand, lift one just wide of the cage. Just a bit outside. Shuby from behind, a wraparound attempt kept out. And that horn will end period number 2 as your Penguins lead 7-1 here from North Olmsted, Ohio. Home to things like duct tape. Did anybody else know duct tape? The duct tape factory was in Cleveland, Ohio. I did not, but I drove past it the other day. And I was very impressed to know that duct tape is made in Cleveland, Ohio. It might be the only useful thing to come out of Cleveland, Ohio. Duct tape, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and losing football teams. So they light rivers on fire and they make duct tape. That's what we do in Cleveland, Ohio. We can do a little Ask the Boost segment. If anybody has any questions other than things that have to do with my undergarments, we'll be happy to answer those. Just use the chat feature here on YouTube. Want to welcome all 35, now 34. Somebody left me. Somebody left me? To start the third period, we had 35, now we're down to 34. Literally, as I welcomed you, you leave. Well, good riddance. Ridson sends one in on net, gathered in by Real. Real cycles with Valella. Work to the corner for Paris. Paris will do battle there. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's our goal. Actually, 1,001. 1,000's not enough. 1,001. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell people you just meet on the street. Walk around. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. The Stars into the pen zone, left side. They look high and they snipe. Tanner goes down on the post there, and the Dallas Stars flip one over the blocker side this time. A short side snipe by the Dallas Stars makes it 7-2. Curious how the audio's going today. We're using some different equipment. I have a headset, freeing up the hands. Looking crazy, looking like I'm playing a nice mean game of Call of Duty. Chirping some like 12-year-olds. Evans follows on in the corner. He'll try high short side. Rebound sits out front. Cleared by the Stars. Julius will gather it at center. He goes D to D to Star. Star collects. Finds Filiaggi on the wing. He'll turn it back to Evans. It's in his feet. Carter follows on. Evans pressures the puck. Unable to keep it in the Stars zone though. Back to center come the Stars. Filiaggi there, but they pop it free. It's a 2-on-1 into the Star end. Firing high, short side again. This one, Tanner gets there. And Evans will get to the puck behind the net. He looks for Star. Now Filiaggi. Filiaggi hammered. No call. Comes free to Star. Star out stick handles and gets to the Dallas blue line as the Pens change behind the play. Kept out of the zone by Filiaggi till Star can clear. Now Real follows on. Filiaggi tackled. Real follows and his shot high off the blocker side. Harris back to get it. Up free to Carter. Carter sends one up and over. Field goal's good. The Pens have a couple of those today. Harris in the corner. Twisting, turning out of it. Zess is in behind. Carried up and clear of the zone by Dallas. On the back check, Carter Schub. On the defense, Tino Valella. Now Schub and Real bump into each other. Puck pops free. Real gets it. He's under pressure. Comes free, finds Paris. Paris turns back the other way. Valella gets to it. The Stars playing a little bit of a physical game now here in the third. Valella now Schub. Schub knocked down to the ice. Merlot follows on. Merlot sends it into the Stars zone. Real will get there now, Merlot. Merlot keeps it in. Brings it to the middle. Comes free to Brody Carter. Brody fires one and it's gobbled up. Finding the bread basket. And the Star goaltender makes the save and covers. 12:06 to play, period 3. 7-2 Pens lead. Evans takes the draw. Knocks it forward into the corner. Nobody on that side, and the Stars just come right back out. Carter hauled down in center. Off the right, he'll get the puck. He fires it off for Evans, who's got a step. He cuts back to the middle. He tries high short side and just misses. Ritson tries to pick it up behind the net. I noticed that one, Boski. Trying the Michigan. Evans comes off the wall, leaves it back in the right corner. To the point for Julius, kept in there. Carter turns it back. Evans sends it in on net. It's stopped dead. 11:33 to play. Third period, 7-2 Pens lead. Rio wins it back to Shub. Shub to Star. Star fires one, deflected wide. Filiaggi gets there. Backs into the play. Keeps it in the zone. Teams up with Shub. Sends one in on net. That one's blocked out front. Shub back in after it. Now Rio. Rio finds Villela. Nice saucy dish there. Shot in, deflected by Shub, but gobbled up by the Stars. It'll be Rio. Brings the face off to Shub. He loses control, and back out come the Stars. They bank it up off the boards, and Starziel chase it down in his own end. He's hounded from behind. Wraps it around for Shub. Shub sends it to the middle for Rio. Rio and Filiaggi come together. Rio finds Filiaggi. Filiaggi defended off fantastically. What a play there. Pens get a change behind the play. Ritson fresh. The Pens D fresh, but in come the Stars. They try to dangle one, try to dangle two. The Pens need a change here. Pens got a few guys off. I think most of the guys have changed now. Ritson into the corner. Puts it over to Dallas. Dallas. Puts it out. Merlot stands him up and it pops into the bench. Off a goalie. Knocked down to the ice. Merlot there. This works for Ware, and the Pens will have a face-off. They'll set things up just outside of the Star blue line. Evans on the draw. Tied up, and it'll be Paris tipping it into the Star zone. Right to a Star defender. Sent back out. Merlot defends it off. He finds off the right, indirect off the boards for Ritson. Ritson tips it to Evans. He flies into the right side, right-hand corner with possession. Hooked a bit from behind. He's able to work it to the front for Ritson. Ritson turns and fires one just wide. Paris gets there. Paris cuts to the middle. Cut off by Dallas. Paris will keep it in though. Now it'll be the Stars getting to it and clearing the zone. Back is Merlot, chipping it free of him as a Dallas player. Getting there first is Paris. Paris ridden into the wall. Evans and Ritson. Ritson runs into the back of Evans off the ride with the puck. He'll dangle, fire a backhander over the cage. And the Stars counter. They're up into the offensive zone. Weaving. Off the ride, back in his defensive position to cut it off. Wrapped around for Carter. Carter to Ritson. He's defended off and it's sent back towards the net for off the ride. Off the ride. Chips it up for Evans. He skates into it. Cuts to the middle. He's hauled down. That's interference, no call. Julius keeps it at the blue line, sends it into the right corner. Shub gets there. He turns and looks. Penguins with a new lineup. I think Filiaggi at center. Julius now. Now Shub. Shub turns. Carries it into the offensive zone. Centers one for Filiaggi. A nice tip past the defender, and that one gets in. He throws a backhander that ramps off the goalie's stick and finds the back of the net for an 8-2 lead. 8:22 to play, period. Number 3, Luca Filiaggi earns everybody at Sir Pizza free breadsticks. I don't think they have breadsticks. I'm just making menu items up. Filiaggi at center. Face off one by Dallas. Set up for Shube. Countered by the Stars. Carried into the Penguin zone. Defended off nicely by Brody Carter. Now Carter Shube. They've connected on today. The Carter twins. It'll be Star in behind his own net. He lifts it up off the glass. Looking for Shube, and Shube tips it past the defender. Julius follows on. The Pens are out of the zone. Dallas will regroup at center, but Shube will cut that play off. He tries to dangle. It's sniped off his stick into the right corner. Played back to Shube. Skips past him to Paris just outside at the point of the neutral zone. It'll be Villela. Villela to Filiaggi. He cuts around one. Did he get around the second and third? It pops free to Paris. His shot just wide. Pens get a change. Real comes on the ice. Merlot in. Ritson in the corner. He'll battle for the puck. Paris follows on. Ritson comes away with it. Tries for Real. Cut off by the Stars. Cleared up off of the official. And now Merlot will re-enter the zone. He's forced wide. Paris follows on. Paris keeps it the blue line. Dangles. One. Centers to Ritz. Ritz goes around one. Turns. Finds Real. Real backside for Merlot. Off the boards. Looking. Sending one to the middle. Waving at it. Was Ritson. Villela will get there first. Checks it up in the left corner. Harris follows on with pressure. Now Ritz. Stars will clear it out to center. Gathered by Merlot. Stars looking for a change. Merlot in 3-on-1. He's able to fire a shot. Rebound comes out. Real waves at it, but it's cleared by the Stars. They're in on sides. Real with the back check. Breaks up the initial rush. The Stars will look to set up in the Penn zone. A bit of a hook from Ofterhide. No call. Real will get possession. Clear it around for Paris. Paris unable to get control. Will continue to battle. Played into the right wing corner. Merlot will pick it up there. Merlot to Ofterhide. Ofterhide turns. Goes off the glass for Shube. Shube's got Real. Real's got to hold up at the blue line. Shube cuts to the middle. Dangles. Stick handles. Stays on it, able to dislodge it. It's Real now. Half wall, turning up, looking, firing a backhander for Julius. Julius steps in and fires. Glove save, rebound sits there, battling for it in front. Is Shube. A little pushy, shovey, nothing to see here, folks. 8-2. 5:20 to play. Oh, looks like we will have some sin bin action. Coincidental minors at 8:20. We'll have roughing on Brody Carter. The only thing rough about that was the call. It'll be Evans, Shube, and a whole bunch of defensemen. So it looks like Villela up at forward now. He's up one towards Villela. He gets it back to Julius. Julius to Offer challenges a Star. Pens are in on side. Shube in after. Looking to center. To Villela. Villela stays on it. Villela and Shube with Evans. Evans gets there. He'll keep it in, but only briefly. A Penguin defenseman down at center. Ofterhide tripped over the red line. The Stars work it up into the right-hand corner. They gather it behind the cage. Ofterhide pressures. Evans down at the side of the net with the Star. He's knocked down again. Julius comes out with the puck. Now it'll be Shube. Now it's Julius. Julius has Evans. He fumbles the puck a bit, able to gain the zone. carries it into the corner, gets control. Shub gets it. He works it to off the right, around one, fires high and wide. That was a creative stick handling play there. Paris looks for Evans. He'll turn into it. Can he chip it? He will, but it's turned back for Paris. Paris to Ritson. Ritson winds up at center. Evans will get control. Now a whistle. Looks like maybe an offside. Filiaggi at center. Faceoff pops free to Ritson. He's defended nicely. 3:42 to play. Back to Star. Star chips it to the middle. That's cut off there by the Stars and sent back in. Merlot turns with it. Heads to the safety of the outside. Able to work it up for Filiaggi off the stick of Ritson. He'll give chase. The Stars clear the zone. Filiaggi to the puck. Now Star. Star flips it up off the boards. A hand pass. Not called. Paris will get control. He'll carry it into the Stars zone. Around one. Possessing, looking, firing. And what a dandy of a glove save. Paris cuts to the middle. And he says, no, thank you. Evans tries to win it forward, cut off by Dallas. Real will get there now after. He plays it into the right corner. Real gives chase there. Cleared around behind for Villela. Villela, I believe, back in defense now. Gotta shift it forward. Comes free to Carter. Carter to Real. Real to Ofterheide. Off of Ofterheide's stick. Got Evans in the right corner. He finds it. Steps out. He centers one. Looking for Carter. Cut off. Ofterheide will get there. He chips it back for Carter. Carter sends it into the corner. Evans will be the first one there. He takes actually a punch. The kid took his stick off the thing and finds Real back door, but it's cut off by the Stars. And the kid took his hand off his stick and punched him. That's literally the sign for roughing. Ofterheide gives pressure. Carter will get there. Chips it forward. Real. Real off the boards. Real again. Now Evans. Real will get called. Real, that's a rough. I mean, probably should have been called earlier. Real will head to the sin bin for the rest of the game. As long as the Pens can kill the 7 Fields Wealth Management power play. Shub on the faceoff. 8-2 Penguins. It'll be Filiaggi. Pens on the penalty kill. Work to the Star blue line, but they're up with it. It's Merlot getting in the way. Filiaggi follows on. He flies through center. Hair flying in the background. His shot kept out. Kept in by Merlot. A nice save by the Star goalie again. Carried in behind. Filiaggi with some pressure. Shub follows on. Stars able to get through up to center, but not through. Sent back to the Star blue line. They'll try again. Filiaggi with more pressure. He'll get control and clear it out to center ice. Pens take a couple punches. Finally, Julius gets control. He's back to Merlot. Stars trying to get set up on the power play. Filiaggi gets the puck. He tries for Shub, but the Pens will be offside. Paris and Ritson to be the penalty killers for the last minute 59 seconds left on the power play for the Stars. 1:05 left in the period. Ritson to take the face-off. Pops it forward to Paris. Ritson gives chase. Ofterheide gather it at center. He dangles. 1, now 2. Into the offensive zone. Carrying, sniping one. Stopped and held. Paris on the draw. Tries to knock it forward. Gathered in by the Stars. Worked out the center. Often. Keep it, get it there. Penn's doing a good job keeping the puck out of their end, but now the Stars will count. They're into the offensive zone. Around Star, in by himself. A nice recovery by Star to affect the shot there. 29 seconds left in the game. Off to right, he'll clear the zone. Finds Paris. Paris into the offensive zone. He'll fire, glove side, and held. Pens will get a line change. It'll be Evans and Carter with Villela and Julius for the 17 seconds that are left. 11 of those on the penalty kill. 8-2 Pens lead. It'll be a 2-0 trip to Cleveland for the Penguins. Work back to the point for Villela. Julius, shot goes in, rebound, poke just wide, and a whistle for no reason. Referee lost sight of the puck. 2 seconds left on the PK. This has been a pleasure to bring you yet another Cinnamon Swirl production. No rights reserved. Please feel free to share this broadcast and description of the game with anybody you so desire. Cameraman Chris Merlot, our producer Nick Paris, and myself, the voice of the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Thank you for joining us for another Penguins victory. This one 8-2 over our friends from the Lone Star State. Join us next weekend as the Penguins wrap up their season in Buffalo, New York for some outdoor hockey, Winter Classic style, as we head to Riverworks to battle the Buffalo Sabres to wrap